Welcome to a brand new podcast, and this is the Oracle 19, and my name is Greatness. For any business inquiries, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. If you want to put your business on this platform, just send us an email, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And that's the same email if you want to make a free will offering, donate to the Oracle 19 podcast through PayPal or e-transfer, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. You can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is www.evolutionoflondon.com. That's our online shopping mall. We have a whole wide range of products: men's, kids, ladies' clothing. We have jewelry, house products, cologne, perfume, and much, much more. So check us out, evolutionoflondon.com. And also check out evolutionoflondon.org. O-R-G. There you find custom clothes, accessories, digital products from digital products such as ebooks, business as well as personal use. So www.evolutionoflondon.org. O-R-G. And finally, check us out, www.evolutionoflondon.store. That's under construction right now. So I need y'all guys, I keep y'all posted. We're going to have more DVDs and lotions and soaps and clothes. So I'll keep you posted on that, evolutionoflondon.store. Check out the company Royalty 9 International, royalty9international.com. They have luxury or homemade candles. They make homemade candles, 12-ounce luxury candles, from scented to unscented candles, 100% soy wax. Now the scented candles from eucalyptus, peppermint, rose, sandalwood, frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, just to name a few. So if you want to place your order, Royalty 9 International @gmail.com if you want to place an order, or you can go on the website www.royalty9international.com. And you can check them on social media through TikTok and Instagram, Royalty 9 International, if you want to place an order. Music. Cheap Limousine Channel on YouTube have a whole wide range of different products. Well, whole wide range of different beats, I should say. Whole wide range of different beats. That's what you're hearing right now. And once you go to his social media platform, you'll find other sites of his. So definitely like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine Channel on YouTube. And continuing to train on YouTube, Greatness 19 channel, that's our educational channel to open up your third eye. Over 460 videos. So like, subscribe, and share, and keep passing the information worldwide. We definitely need your support with that. And check the subscription box and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, just make sure you still subscribe, because of YouTube and what they do sometimes to people with certain information, aka shadow banding. And check out Mr. Evolution of London. That's our health and wellness channel. So I definitely like, subscribe, and share to Mr. Evolution of London. We have different links to other affiliates, www.linktree.com/Evolution of London. So we have other affiliates that you can check out and support. And we do have a Patreon channel, www.patreon.com/Evolution of London, where we have videos now on YouTube. So definitely check that out. And also digital artwork and consulting services as well. So subscribe to our Patreon channel. Finn City. Finn City Fish and Chips, located 711 Richmond Street. Again, that's London, Ontario. And their website is www.fincityfishandchips.ca. And they're on Facebook, Instagram, and they deliver through Uber Eats, DoorDash, etc. They locally, so they deliver all over the city of London. You can check out through their website. And their telephone number is 519-672-9950. And you can email them at fincitylondon@gmail.com. Again, that's fincitylondon@gmail.com. Their fish and chips, as I mentioned always, is very good and is very, very tasty. Very tasty. Their fish and chips. It's definitely amazing among their other dishes, but definitely check them out and support. Fish and chips is great. One of the best in the city. I would say no, freak that. The best in the city. Not one of the best. Finn City Fish and Chips. Simon's Prime Hamburger. They have 2 locations. 691 Richmond Street, Unit 1, London, Ontario. And you can check them online, www.simonburger.ca, for their hours of operation, as well as the phone number, and you can place orders through DoorDash, Uber Eats, Skip, etc. They open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Fridays, 11 a.m. to 2:30 a.m., Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2:30 a.m., and finally, Sundays, 12 noon to 8 p.m. And I mentioned this previously, but their chicken burgers are amazing. No, excuse me, chili burgers. I seen their information with chicken burgers. That's my next thing. I'm a little bit ahead of myself. I'm gonna partake of their chicken burgers. But the chili burgers, man, this is out of this world. It's great. Chili burgers. I have to OD on these chili burgers. But the next phase, when I get a chance, I'm gonna try out the chicken burgers because I heard things about them. But they have 100% real cheese, 100% fresh beef. I probably even deal with their beef burgers. Give it a try with their just regular hamburgers with cheese. And 100% fresh cut fries. I need to really partake of and I usually don't deal with hamburgers like that. I'm usually with just chicken burgers, or even though chili is, it's beef in it. But I usually don't deal with just straight hamburgers. But it's no particular reason, just I deal with chicken burgers, turkey burgers, things like that for the most part. But I had to indulge with the chili burgers. Got me hooked, I have to say. So check them out. Simon Prime Hamburger, and their second location is 3580 Tecumseh Road East. Hope I pronounced it right. If I am, I'm sorry. Tecumseh Road East. And you could dine there. You could sit down and have a nice little meal there. Monday through Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays is 12 noon to 8 p.m. Their telephone number at the location in Windsor is 519-915-1397. Again, that second location is located in Windsor, Ontario, 3580 Tecumseh Road East. So check out Simon's Prime Hamburger, Potineri. Again, you can't go wrong. Villa Medina, White Oaks Mall. That's the southern part of London, Ontario. That's 1105 Wellington Road. They're open Monday through Fridays, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., Sundays 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and telephone number 647-704-4215. And they in the food court area in White Oaks Mall, so you can literally Google the store hours and it's basically follow the shopping mall hours. And they're known for their chicken and beef shawarmas. They have other dinner plates as well that's very, very good, but definitely check them out and you can't go wrong. Now, the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on Anchor.fm, iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, just to name a few. So anything I haven't mentioned would be on the Oracle 19 podcast description box, as well as Greatness 19 and Mr. Evolution of London on YouTube description boxes. And finally, www.theoracle19radio.com. And finally, I should mention rumble.com. Just in the search bar, type in Oracle 19. And you'll find us there on Rumble. Now we're going to get into our topic today. It's going to definitely trigger you. I'm going to be on one. On social media. The name of this topic, let's start with that. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. That applies to men and women. But I'm going to start with the men. Stop lying to yourself. I'm on social media. I watch other shows and podcasts and etc. And I can see why. Let me just start this off. A lot of young men out here cannot stand old men. A lot of these old men be simping and suckers and just can't admit when you effed up. You know, I have to I might have to get raw with y'all guys because I feel a certain way. And I might have to get real raw. And you're going to maybe think that Mr. Greatness is just out of this world. But, I have that dual nature, which, sometimes that yin and the yang. We all do. Nobody's perfect. But let's start it like this. Men, you have to be honest with thyself. You can't blame the Lord or the devil for your actions. I'm giving you this disclosure before I started off. We make mistakes, and as you get older, you try to correct the wrongs and try to be a better person. As men and women, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. I've done a lot of degenerate things. And believe me, a lot of different topics that men can talk about, I can talk about that as well. Because there's not a basic topic that I can't touch on that I have not experienced. I haven't experienced everything, but I have been through a lot of basic things with life. So I could talk about it. I'm just not going to indulge everything with you because it's none of your business. But if I have to, and maybe one day I will share it as time goes along. But for now, I'm somewhat keep it simple. Now, again, when you're on social media, well, I'm not even going to say that. When you marry a slut, or you go with a slut, or you dating, that's what I'm saying, a slut, that's on you, okay? Because as a leader, we make that decision. We have the option to not deal with that whore, but you made that decision. It is what it is. Now, initially, she might not seem to you as a whore because you was blinded by her herbal tea drinking, her burning incense, saying nice things to you, cooking for you at that particular moment, giving you some good loving. And you might think highly of this woman, despite the red flags that you seen, but you overlooked. Men, we are given signs because we have the third eye. We have that spiritual eye that we overlook things because she might cry on our shoulder, tell us sweet nothings, and like I said, giving us good loving. But that is a bona fide slut, a hooker, a whore. And guess what? When you procreate with that slut, now let's say you have a daughter. Remember, genetics, men, just like physical features, she might look like you or her mom. She also take on the traits. It's a strong possibility. 1/3 would be, if you know anything about biology. If not, you better read your general biology book. Regular basic chemistry book from high school. And you will find out 1/3 of the genetics is the father, 1/3 is the mother, and then 1/3 could be, well, not could be, but the individual. Not including many genes from 4 generations back. Read. Now, here's the possibility, men. And this is why I say stop lying to yourself. No shade on you men out here, but some of y'all is really just suckers, in my personal opinion, for the poom poom that you dealt with and procreated and you trying to justify. That woman that you dealt with is a whore, okay? She's a hoe. And the child, the daughter that spawned out of that, could be a whore in progress. Now, a lot of you fathers don't want to admit to that because you're like, this is my baby girl, and this is a teachable moment. And you wrong, brother. You can't say that, brother, because you don't know, brother. I know it all. I leave it as that. And I know I'm being a little funny, a little facetious here, but y'all old men out here, some of y'all could be disgusting. Not all of y'all, but a lot of you old men out here, this is why these young men out here cannot stand you. Because they watch you work. They see your movements. They see the sucker in you. And they like not trying to hear you. I get it. From these young men out here. I get it. Well, I wouldn't. You simping around here and justifying. Hey, man, sometimes in life you got to just hold that L, man. Look who you dealt with, who you married, and chances are, not saying it will happen, but chances are she could be your daughter, your baby girl could be a slut or a slut in progress. If she's showing her behind on social media, showing her cheeks, twerking, bending over, What the hell you think? Yes, it's your daughter. But she is a strong possibility she belonged to the game because your mother, the child's mother, who's a hooker in nature, raised this girl. Look at these women out here, these old women twerking, showing their behinds and stuff, and then they got children, they got daughters. And then the daughters show their behind. What do you think? Where it came from? Man. Look, once your family, if your woman, if your daughter is not around you, under your rulership, that's another government, that's another society. Any type of thing can happen. Don't be so blinded. Yeah, you're going to want to be there for your children and yada, yada, yada. Yeah, all of that fly talk. I get it. But you not under her rulership. You don't wake up in the morning and see your children. The mother is taking care of the children. And if the mother is a dirty ass whore, what do you think? And the sons that is spawned with these type of women, the percentages is high that they're going to be weak too. Because they're around their mother, a bona fide whore. What do you think? They're going to be having the simpish nature. Oh, my mother could do nothing wrong. You know, she's this, she's the queen and all of this stuff. No. I know you don't want to hear about your mother. I know you don't want to hear about your daughters. You know your sons is weak as hell. I know you don't want to hear that, but this is the reality. They don't live under your rulership, man. You got to hold that L. You messed up. You messed up your legacy. It's just what it is. Stop lying to yourself. I'm tired of these old men out here, and young men too, getting it from these old men, justifying for their simpish nature. What do you think? If you baby daddy number 2 or 3 or 4, what do you think from this, man? Do you think you're gonna have a healthy society or healthy children that is gonna come out of that, especially when you're not around them? I'm not saying it's not impossible, because as long as you're in their life or something, there's a chance. It's always a lottery chance. And the percentages could be high depending on where you live and who you are and how many times the children's around you and and if they respect you or not. These women out here don't even respect themselves. How you respect yourselves? I mean, you make one mistake. Hey, listen, people make mistakes. 2 mistakes, people like, okay, looking at you, okay, now what's going on? And then you talking about 3, 4, and 5 mistakes? Yo, man, this is what it is. We got to take L's. And life, look, beyond the children or whatever, I had to take many L's. I did so many degenerate things, it's not even funny. But I try to recoup. I look in the mirror and I say, you know what? I messed up. I messed up. And sometimes you just gotta hold that L. And you gotta live with that until you die. But you men out here justifying, oh, you know, no matter if they are 3 different mom, baby daddy or 4, you know, we still gotta put them on the pedestal because in history they did that, and we as men don't do that. Yo, man, come on, man. This is what it is. This is what it is. You messed up. Because if you got to see your daughter, your baby girl out here showing her cheeks and stuff like that, yo, man, you got to hold that L. You got to hold that L, man. It's nothing to say. You can't blame. Don't kick yourself in the behind. You just say, I effed up, and that's what it is, and you just got to move on. But out here, you blaming other men, and you want to get on other men's cases and say, yo, brother, you know, you wrong for speaking your truth and all of this stuff. This is what I'm hearing. You know, because no matter what, man, there's still a woman, and women always being beaten down. Yo, man, no. 2% of women, there's a difference between a woman and a hoe. There's a difference between a woman and a hoe. I say it again. There's a fucking difference between a woman and a goddamn hoe. We know this. We know this. Come on now. We got to be truthful with thyself. Stop lying to yourself. And these old men out here, it's disgusting, man. A lot of, not all, but a lot of these old men out here is simping and being suckers for these goddamn hoes. And this is why we in the predicament we in. Men justifying. Yo, this is not far-fetched. This is prophecy all up in the scriptures about, you know, how people are. Your sons and daughters could be degenerates, and no matter how goddamn good you are to them and lead them straight, they just still are demons. And they still could belong to the game. Yeah, you're going to say, I love them. I got love for those little critters. You know, I'll be there around and stuff. But yo, man, you cannot get caught up in when they get in a certain age and trying to be Superman for these demon children that you spawned. You got to chalk them up to the game and move on and make sure you die. When you die with dignity, you die with correctness, you died with order and standards, and you made amends with your maker for the sins that you have done. That's the only thing you can do. Never mind these children or the whores that you partaked back in 75 or 85 or 95 or 2005 or 2015 or in the present time. Let's go with this. Let's stop playing. Too many times, man, you know, this is why you get caught up in, this is why the women act like they do. Or I should say, not the women, the 2% of women, they know how to act. But this is why the females act the way they do. They get on social media showing their little cooch, their little camel toes, their little nasty camel toes all over the goddamn gram. These old birds that 60, 50, 40 years old showing their nasty old gray hair cooch. These old birds running around here with all these goddamn kids showing their cooch in the streets, daytime and nighttime. You can't even go to the store and buy a carton of goddamn milk without seeing an old nasty cooch in front of you online. Bad built bitch. Or flat butt bitch. Showing her nasty cooch in the morning. They even probably take a goddamn shower. Somebody else's man. Don't even know how to act. Don't even know how to goddamn dress. This is your woman. This is your baby mama. And she spawned daughters. 4 years old. 3 years old, 2 years old, already wearing tights and leggings underneath those goddamn nasty Pampers. Nobody wear dresses. Nobody know how to conduct themselves. They having the little girls already whores in training. But you're not around, brother. You're not around. What can you do? She's the one governing the children. You could be there like a moral support, like a goddamn cheerleader from afar. That's all you are, is a goddamn cheerleader. What your cheerleader gonna do? Well, give me a W, give me a O, give me a M, give me E, give me N. What they spell? Women. That's all you can do. To be a goddamn cheerleader. Women do no wrong. My baby mama do no wrongs. My ex-wife, she does no wrongs. And my kids, they do no wrongs. And I'm there for you. And all you men that talking bad about women, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're destroying the community. You're wrong. You're wrong. These women's destroying themselves. I'm just reporting it. What, it's not a reality? But I mean, I'm not going in and saying this particular person, that particular person. I could do that. I do have certain boundaries. But come on, this is a reality. You men, you mess up. And then you want other men, to rally around you for your simpish behavior. And I'm saying for you real men out here, this is my personal opinion. Y'all, you better stay steady and you better work out and you better always have your good index finger for that trigger game. Because these men out here, is not to be played with. They're your mortal enemy. And they will fight you. Because they feel they are right. And they will just go to battle with you. You better exercise. You better stay equipped and be ready. Because they the type that they emotional because they get triggered, because of certain topics. They don't want you to say, look, here's the thing. Here's a reality. Your children could destroy your legacy by the way they carry themselves. And there's nothing you could do. You can hold that L, especially when they grown. When they on the gram showing their cheeks, shaking their behind, and acting like really whores or showing whorish behavior, my personal opinion, they destroying your brand of who you are. You could be there and say, I'm there to guide and stuff like that. You're basically a cheerleader, and what good use is cheerleaders? Because nowadays men don't have control because we can't even hardly say anything. If we start talking a certain way, shadow ban on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever social media. You could be jailed for bullying with these laws, depending on the state and province you live, the country you reside, especially in North America and European nations. You be labeled as a bully. You hate women. And even they would get your children with that philosophy. The daughters would say, you hate all men, you hate all women, Dad. Because you're speaking of there's a difference between women, the 2%, and whores, 98%. And they will say immediately, you hate all women because of that statement. Your children will tell you that. The children that you will be cheerleaders for. The children that you will love. They the ones that will low-key hate you. They have no respect for you. Look how they dress. They don't care about your last name. Look how they dress. Look how they carry themselves. Because they guided by their whorish mama. This is what it is. As a man, you really have no control. In this day and time, this is the reality, man. If the woman A is not living under your roof, and your children's not living under your roof, it's no chance of even saying anything that nobody ain't gonna listen to you. Not the baby mama or the ex-wife, nor the children. Because if they had respect for you, they wouldn't carry themselves on social media in that particular way. Here you got, in Hollywood, you got women disgracing the man. Sleeping with other men, young or old. Destroying the last name of their husbands. You got all the riches in the world and you're still not happy. Destroying the man's brand. Making the man so mentally ill, he want to fight other men because your woman is a hoe. And yes, men pick and choose who they go a battle, because a lot of them are cowards. Because if they go with one that is their same size or bigger, or a person they feel they might have a hard time beating, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. Most men not going to do it. There's exception to the rules. You got a wild dude that'll fight anybody if it comes down to it. But most of these men is cowards. They're not going to fight somebody that they know they don't have a chance to win. They'll pick on somebody they feel that's smaller or skinny or whatever, and they feel they have a chance to win. Stop lying to yourself. Look in the mirror, man, and be truthful with thyself. A lot of you men want to jump in a man's face that you know you can beat. I'm going to tell you, this is why you got to get your workout game. Real men, you got to get your workout game, because I'm scared of these dudes out here. I was going to say something else. Because why I'm scared? Because I don't know what I'm going to do. I got demons in me. I might smile at you, but I might be thinking certain things sadistic, what I want to do to you. And I don't want to bring that energy out. I'm not no super person and stuff like that. You know, I'm very calm and collective. But this is why y'all people was, well, you don't show your face. Well, you don't show your face. You scared? You scared? You scared? Yeah, I'm scared of you. I'm scared of you. I'm scared of you because I know what I might do if you push me to that limit. I know the demons that might come out of me and something you will never expect. I'll leave it as that. Because I know certain powers that be is taking notes. He's saying he's sadistic and he might, do something. Okay, it's just comedy. Comedy. Entertainment. Okay, make you feel better? I'm not about that life. It's just all jokes. Entertainment to make you laugh. Ha, 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 ha. You see, stop lying to yourself, men. And I start with you men first, because a lot of you men first, you don't want to face the facts of your screw-ups and who you dealt with, and the product is the children, and this the way they acting is because they around, the mother's raising them, the mother's bringing different men in the life, and the mother's not really teaching them anything of significance, and just having them just whores and weak little boys in training, and the product is what it is. It's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. You could be that cheerleader, but that's all. That's the only thing you can do, and that's not. Well, I mean, that's not really a job. That's really nothing if you look at it in reality. Children don't come to you anyway, but they talk to you once in a blue anyway. What good? What is that? You being a parent? of being a parent, being a father, you're able to talk to them what? You hear from them once every 2 months, once every month, once every 2 weeks. That's a parent? All right, you be a cheerleader. I'm there for you, honey. That's the only thing you can say. But they'll come to you maybe for some money, maybe or maybe not. But that's the only thing. The mother raised them. And if the mother's a certain way, this is what it is. You maybe could make it. They still got a chance as children. They still got a chance to be productive citizens. But they already come in. It's already a minus. Because the woman of who she is. And if you talking about, if once you know you want a woman is talking about, if you saying a woman had 3 different baby daddies, 4 baby daddies, should she be put on a pedestal as Mother Teresa? Is this what you saying? People make mistakes. Sure, they make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. But you got to know what it is. But the thing about it, here's the thing. Okay, let's even just say 3, 4 baby daddies you already in tow. What are you doing now? These women that got 4 and 5 and baby daddies and still out here dressing like hoes, you would think at least they would be acting like Mother Teresa's. Dressing properly, being pious, being humble. Reverting to be the best they could be, cooking and cleaning for their children at a high level, teaching their children at a high level. At least do that because you made all of these mistakes. At least do that. But these hoes don't even do that. They still got their children showing their behinds on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. That's where I'm at with you. You got 3 baby daddies and all right, you made all these mistakes with poor judgment with men. All right, we got it. But how you being a better mom? Look how you dress. Look how you act. You got these women out here dressing like weirdos. You got these women out here bringing, still after 3 baby daddies, they still bringing men boogieing in their house in the same bed of the previous man that humped on their back. You think you would learn after 3? You still got these different men coming to your house, and you still see these children still see different men around you. Even after the 3 baby daddies. And you want to put that savage on a pedestal? Give me a break. Men, stop lying to yourself. It starts with you first. This is not acceptable. This is acceptable behavior. Well, I'm not about to, what about my children? Well, your children are seeing this. So guess what? They might follow suit, these daughters. It's sad. Your legacy, your last name. But they don't respect you, Dad. How they dress, how they act, who they bring in. They smoking, they drinking, they fornicating. They not respecting your legacy, Dad. They 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. They not respecting your legacy, Dad. So you think being a cheerleader will help, Dad? Yo, man, sometimes, my mother used to say, if your right arm hurts, you cut it off. Not literally jackasses, so don't take it seriously. You're saying on the mental. Sometimes you got to cut your losses. Sometimes you got to cut your losses. I give Donald F. Trump. I know Trump. No, Donald J. Trump. F. J. I don't know. Donald Trump. I give him credit. He got baby mamas. You think he cares? Rich, old white man. I tell you the truth, I give him mad props. He is who he is. He stands on his mother freaking square. I know people is going to be like, what? You saying something? You support Donald Trump? I'm not even saying I support. I just respect his gangster with his mentality. At least that's how he show it in the public. He don't give a F. He is who he is. Do you hear Donald Trump saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, we should all, support. Yo, man, he stands on his square. And people still love him. Sometimes you got to stand on your square. Stop being a sucker and a simp. That's all I'm going to say about Donald Trump. Because I know that will be definitely controversial. But I just use him as an example. I could talk about other different examples of men. Regardless of their ideologies, what they think, how, their policies, whatever. Just as a man, what I see, I don't know what goes on in his house and all that, but what I see, he stands on the square as a man. He don't buckle. And more of you men need to be that way, man. Stop buckling for these hoes. They not buckling for you. These women that you spawn children, you think they changing their philosophies for you? If they have respect for you, you thinking they're going to dress differently for you? You thinking they're not going to raise their children differently? Most of these females out here that have children, they're not going to change up their ways for their baby father, especially if he's doing something. They're not changing up their ways. They're doing what they're doing. And they don't give a damn. Matter of fact, they expect you to bend for them. That's your problem, men. Stop lying to yourself. And these females, you better stop lying to yourself. You are who you are. Yo, man, you just a bona fide Jezebel. Change your ways and seek God. That you just, some of these you women, a lot of them, you are who you are. So this is why you get what you get, because you are who you are. You're a skank out here, so the men you get out here ain't gonna care about you because you're a skank. No matter how nice you are, no matter what you perceive, some of you individuals is junkies. And I know it's gonna ruffle feathers, men and women. You junkies. You just walking functional junkies. You smoke breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You a junkie, in my opinion. You just a functional junkie. Because if you take away those drugs, can you handle it? I know a lot of you say, yeah, I don't have to smoke. I could go cold turkey. Well, go cold turkey right now. See how far you can get. You'll be irritable. You have withdrawals. People might not like you. You might have suicidal behavior, etc. You're a functional junkie. You're just like if a person was drinking alcohol, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, what they would be called? An alcoholic. You got to drink, when you hear that, you got to drink liquor breakfast when you wake up, lunch, and dinner, and you're not an alcoholic or don't have alcoholic tendencies? I don't know what that is, but I think you're an alcoholic. So if you smoking weed, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, what are you? A functional junkie. in my mind. I help y'all in my mind. Look in the mirror. Stop lying to yourself. Dudette. You're a functional junkie. And it is what it is. Stop lying to yourself. Look in the mirror. Admit. Yeah, you could be functional. You still could be, proactive to a certain degree, but you are who you are. You have to admit thyself of who you are to be able to go forward and heal thyself. This is what it is, men and women. Children see this. What, you have a toke in your house? You don't have a bong in your house and the children see that? And then you just say, oh, okay, well, I guess it's okay for my children to smoke and be a bunch of next generational degenerates. That's cool with you? I mean, I know that's a strong statement that I'm making. It's my perspective, and I stand on it. And people will say, well, you're wrong. You don't know this, you don't do that, you're wrong. Yo, man, we all go through the cycles of life, but I'm just saying it. Look in the mirror. It is what it is. If you drinking or smoking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're not just an everyday what? What? I mean, what? You're not a junkie? You're not an alkie? What constitutes that in your mind? What? You gotta, I guess if you smoke twice in the morning or it gotta be twice in breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so 6 times a day, that will constitute you being a junkie? I mean, look, you gotta be honest with thyself. Stop lying. Stop it. Stop lying to yourself. I know it's going to bring a lot of controversy because you got from famous people to everyday people that smokes, and especially smoking, because weed is a big thing. And you telling somebody they're a junkie for smoking their good old fashioned weed, it's like, oh man, it's like you talk about their mother. I know, because this is a big, it's a growing population of everybody smoking weed, from babies to adults to senior citizens, and everybody is partaking. So when I'm saying something like that, it's like I'm cursing out somebody's mother. So, I know it's going to hurt feelings or make people feel a certain way or look at me funny, because I know people that do smoke marijuana heavy. So, I mean, they're not going to be happy to hear me say something like that. They're going to be like, they're going to look at me a little sideways, Hey, guys, look, ladies, look, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm not out here, but I'm just calling for what it is. If you smoking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, doesn't mean you're a bad person, doesn't mean you're an evil person. Of course not. You still a nice person, and if I see you in the streets, I still gonna hail you up. You still cool with me. But I'm just saying what it is. You a junkie. You a junkie. It could be as like if you drinking coffee, if you can't breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you a coffee junkie. It's like if you had sex, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What you call a nymphomaniac? They will say you got a problem. Society will say you have a problem because too much sex is not really healthy. It's unproductive because you always gotta feel the need to have it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's a mental issue by what people will say, a lot of society standards. And then people will say you obviously need help because it's a balance. So that's where I'm getting at as an example. Can you be productive out here? Sure you can, but you're still a junkie. And at the end of the day, it does stunt what your productivity can be, because if you don't smoke, what would you be? What personality you be if you didn't smoke? It's like you smoking cigarettes. You get withdrawals. And much, much more. But this society is so dependent on people being high all the time. Everything is popping pills, smoking, drinking. We always intoxicated. That's what this society is all about. And it's time to stop lying to yourself and being truthful and look in the mirror and stating who you really are and what can you do to be a better you. And it starts with a lot of you men out here. Because you don't want to admit of who you really are. And it starts with you. In order to free yourself mentally. In order to free yourself, you got to look in the mirror. It starts with you. This is who I am. I'm not the best person out here. I know I'm a degenerate. I've done degenerate things. But I'm trying to do better. You start with that and then you can move forward. 12-step program. And it takes time. I don't run on somebody else's time limit. I run off of my time limit. Day by day, trying to strive to be a better me. To improve all the stuff, the messed up things I've done to people and to myself. That's all I can do. And you men out here, and I'm focusing on you men out here because this is why a lot of you, these ladies, this is why a lot of these females be acting and carrying themselves in a particular way. Because why? They run around here showing their behind because they know one of you guys is going to die and kill themselves for these women. They know they got to be a second. Here's the reality, men. And I'm guilty of all of that as well. They know, you got fat women out here, obese women, I mean way obese. The reason why they carry themselves like I'm a bad-ish, no, let me cut the BS, like I'm a bad bitch with that type of nature, because they know some of you suckers out here will put on your Superman cape and want to die for these fat bitches. Now, if you like your big women, that is on you. That is on you, okay? But if you man, it's not about that life, and you want a fit female, and you see a fat woman, and you just happen to want to like her or love her, but you want her to lose weight, and she said, I ain't losing weight, I'm big and beautiful. But now you in it with this female. But you dumb yourself down. You didn't want her. You wanted a fit female, but you settled for this female. That's on you, man. Don't put your Superman cape if that's not what you want. You have a standard. This is what my standard is, and I'm not going to buckle down. And if she don't want to meet my standard, off to the next. Non-negotiable. No matter how nice she is or sweet and stuff, you got certain things you got to draw in line. Because these women out here just bringing nothing. They just very, very low budget, and they just say, here, I am here. It's like if somebody fed you put a dinner plate in front of you. The steak wasn't cooked. The vegetables wasn't cooked. They just threw it on the table and say, this is what you got to accept. This is what you got to eat. Because I prepared it, like it or don't. And a lot of you men accept that plate. You partake of it. You tell her a lie that you love it. I'm guilty of that too. That's why I'm saying it. But as a man of a certain age, I'm drawing the line in the sand. Men, and I'm telling you, younger men, don't even go that route. Women that have all of these kids and stuff like that, and I'm going to even give your suckers a benefit of a doubt. Simps, benefit of a doubt. Let's say you meet a woman that have the 2 to 3 kids or 2 to 3 baby daddies. But she's not even trying to change her ways for you. If you got 2 or 3 baby daddies, you're supposed to be giving me not 100%, 2 to 300%. Because you made those mistakes. You bringing all of those packages to me. I expect you to be, if you got 2 or 3 baby daddies and a load of kids, you're supposed to, with honor, washing my drawers, pressing my pants. With honor. I shouldn't ask you to have a hot meal ready, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's automatic. I expect you to want to scrub my back. You need to do the extra. You bring an extra to me. So I got to accept that. But no. These women feel entitled because why? There's another sucker after you that's going to put on their Superman cape and talk your talk. Well, you know, these is queens and we should put them on the pedestal because these men of the past did them so wrong. So wrong. So wrong. You jackass. So they know this. They could get on the gram or Facebook or whatever, show their little cooch and wiggle a little bit, and your suckers would be saying, yo, you're so beautiful. Oh, I like to drink your water. Oh, I miss you. Don't you ever leave me, girl. I'll be there for you. I'll fly you out. So, that's what you get. But there have to be real men to draw the line in the sand and say, no, I'm not going to deal with that. Stop lying to yourself. We all get what we put in. That's the reality. We all get what we put in. This is why it's the problems that it is within society. So you get what you put in. So stop lying to yourself. Really. So I will tell you men out here, look within inside yourself and be honest with yourself. The game is cold. But don't just because they're your ex-wives or current wives or your children, your daughters, your sons, your sisters, your aunts. You gotta admit, a lot of them is hoes, junkies, and degenerates. Yeah, this is what it is. I know that's a tough pill to swallow, and some of you, your mothers is a hoe. I said that on many shows. What? Because what? If my mother, let's go with greatness. Okay, because I know a lot of you would say, well, you know, suppose your mother's a hoe, or was a hoe. What do you think? I would say I got love for my mother, but she was a hoe. She did horrible things. It is what it is. I can say that. What, I can't say that? Oh, no, that's your mother. You should never be able to say that. Oh, it hurts. How dare you? It hurts. You say that about your mother. No. If I can say that if my mother was a hoe, she's a hoe. It is what it is. I got love. I would have love for it, but yo. And I'm gonna even double down. Because I'm just going to say that because she's a human being. Most likely she did whorish things. Strong possibility she was a hoe in certain aspects. Ooh, how dare you say that about your mother? Ooh, you going to hell. Ooh, you never should say that about your mother. Ooh, But if I said my dad was a degenerate, you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, you know that's how men are. come on, we got to look in the mirror and admit to ourselves. If my sister was a hoe, she's a hoe. I'm going to say, yo, you're a hoe. You was a hoe or may be a hoe. You're a hoe. I could say that if it was offspring as well. It is what it is. Anyone can get it. It is what it is. Dad, you so cruel. You so cold. Mr. Greatness, you so cold. I don't, you must be alone. Actually, no, I'm not. I keep many people away from me. I have very few people around me. But no, I'm not alone. No, I'm not alone. But this is the reality. We have to look at thyself. Just because they family members of ours, this is what it is. I mean, we have to be truthful among other things. I know it's painful. It is. But that's how I look at it. That's my perspective. Whether you disagree or agree. Now, don't get men that get all super sensitive. It's like, yo, I got to see you, Mr. Greatness, on sight. You talk about my mama. You talk about my sister. You talk about my daughters. No, I'm not. I'm saying within society, because I know you sensitive men will get all sensitive because I know I'm a soul toucher. And I know I touch your souls because when you look at yourself and you look at your family, you look at your mama, your sisters, your cousins, all those females in your family, you be like, wait. You talk about mine? Yeah, it just will be applicable in your life. Look, I turn it on me. Many family members of women that I know is a bunch of hoes and harlots. Doesn't mean I have hate for them. Doesn't mean I don't have love for them. Yo, man, I got love for them, but they are who they are. I got feminists in the family, hoes in the family, lesbians, you name it. I got it. I mean, doesn't most of your families have that? Oh, did I say something wrong? We all been through the sands of life, so we got all different types of weirdos and crazies and dysfunctional people in our family. All families have it. I don't know one family that could say, I'm perfect. We got perfect generation of people. If you saying that, you're a goddamn liar. Check your second cousin, third cousin, fourth cousin. Well, I don't count them, the fourth cousins, third cousin. Well, you might not count them, but they there. So that's on you. That is on you. You look in the mirror and you start being honest with yourself, and then from there, be honest with thyself. There you can move forward in life to be a better you. That's my conclusion. Once you do that, especially you men, and I'm focusing on you men more because you're supposed to have a leadership role. And a lot of you men is simps and suckers, running around here with the Sesame Street shirts, the Winnie the Pooh t-shirts, the Dora the Explorer t-shirts, the tight jeans, and thinking that your rod of life is the be-all of how to get women out here, and you're going to claim all women, and you being a dysfunctional jerk, not even being productive in society, and you thinking your wee-wee is going to be the all in to claim all females out here, you're a goddamn fool. And I'm sorry to say that, and I'm sorry to bust your bubble, brother, but you're a goddamn fool. Because this is why a lot of women, this is why they act like savages out here, old and young. Because you men don't set standards. I know we all make mistakes, but you learn from the mistake and you set your standards accordingly. As long as you're able to wake up in the morning, you could be old as hell, but you could start setting standards. You might only have 5 years to live, but you could still set your standards. So it doesn't matter. You wake up in the morning and you start changing. And you say, I'm not going to accept hoes around me. I'm not going to accept feminists around me. I'm not going to accept my daughters of mine acting like a hoe and bringing in all different types of dysfunctional people around me. If she's dysfunctional, she must stay away from me. If my family act like dysfunctional heathens, they must stay away from me. You got to draw a line in the sand. Meet fresh new people that have your mindset, that have your interests at heart. That might not even be blood, but you making them your blood. That's what you need to do, men. I'm not going to do this no more. It's like you've been reborn again. I'm not going to do this no more. I'm not going to fall into traps like I used to be. I'm not going to accept certain things. I am reborn. In the name of your Jesus Christ, amen. You know, as I said, in the name of your Jesus Christ, amen. No, you know what I mean. I'm being a little funny here, but that's how you draw a line in the sand as a man. And from there, that's what it is. You could be a good man to people. You could be, nice. Or you could be kind. But you're still stern. And you're still firm on your square. And there's certain things you will not accept. And doesn't matter who they are to you. There's certain things I won't accept what my mother will say. This is a footnote. If my mother said anything slick to me, I would check her. I love her, but I will make it known. This is my house. You got to obey and respect this house. I love you, Mom, but the same way you came in is the same way you leave. If you can't respect my house. Oh, how dare you say that about your mother? She bore you. She brought you in this planet Earth. You devil. What about my dad? If it wasn't for his sperm, I wouldn't be here. Yeah, but that's your mother. How dare you say that? What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you, man? I'm just getting ordered, make sure my house is orderly, man. Can you do that in your house, man? That's just how I roll. Anybody coming to my house for a stay have to obey or get the hell out of there. I try to rhyme it, but I can be very respectable. I'm not gonna curse my mom. I say, bitch. No, I'm not a heathen now. I'm not a heathen. I'm not gonna say, bitch, get out of here. No, man. I'm not gonna be a heathen. But I'm just saying, respect is everything. And anybody in my circumference must respect thy house. If you cannot, you will be and stay out in them streets. Could be my mother, could be a sister, whoever. That's how I'm rolling. And you can say I'm more chauvinistic or I'm this or that or, I'm this and that and that and this. I couldn't give a damn. I just know I'm going to have peace and order in my house. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I'm going to look in the mirror and I can say right now, I got peace in my house. I got order in my house. I can say that. I can proudly say that. And you men, a lot of you men don't have order in your house. First of all, it's not your house, it's her house. And you just came in. That's where it starts. She might not say anything, but she thinking it. Yeah, you might pay a bill here or there. You might take over a bill here and there. But guess what? It started with her, and don't think she's not thinking about it. And if it got into an argument, don't think she won't tell you about it. Look and know yourself, men. You have to learn to stand on your square. People talking to you. Being honest with yourself the way people talk to you. You allow certain things. You give people windows for people to say certain things. They look at you and feel they could say it. Sometimes you got to draw a line in the sand and say, yo, man, can't happen. Whether even on the job. You have to draw sometimes a line in the sand. And that could be touchy because you can ruin your money and stuff. This is why it's very important on the side note that you men have multiple options. It's mandatory. Why? Because it could be always thrown at you. See, this is the game of life here. I'm giving you my perspective. You don't have to agree, disagree, or it doesn't really matter to me. It really don't. But I'm sharing this because I know some of you, a few of you, might take this in and then better yourselves or learn from it. It might be a teachable moment. Great, good, I'm happy. I'm hoping it will be. But I'm not begging you. I'm not even saying to you, oh, you should follow my lead. No. I'm just giving you a perspective of what I have gone through or what I see out of lenses, what I've seen other people go through, so forth, so on. At the end of the day, you do whatever you want. You got that 1% will anyway. So men and women, whatever. Whatever freaking ever. And it sounds cool. I'm not going to lose sleep because you don't want to follow me. You're not going to hear me crying, what? You're not going to follow Mr. Greatness? How dare you? My name is Mr. Greatness. I am the Oracle. You must follow me. Silence. And bow down to your king. No, none of that. To be great, you have to go through things. In my mind, that's why I called myself that, because I've been through things, and I had been through things, and I've done degenerate things. I've done good, great things, but I have done bad and worse, degenerate things as well. And I had to work hard at it, many days, many nights, mentally, to wean out my degenerate behavior, hard work, being productive, and I'm still work in progress. But I decided to call myself that because I've been through things, and I'm not even saying, and it's not for me to be put on a pedestal by you. No. I put my own self on a pedestal because I believe in me first. I look in the mirror and I believe in me. I know I'm great. I believe in that. Not because you or anyone else was saying. I couldn't give a damn what you or anyone else think. I believe in me, and that you should believe in yourself. It starts with you, not with me. And if you look in the mirror and you can't fake it, you got to believe in yourself, to believe in the greatness in you. That's only for the few, not the many, because a lot of people say, oh yeah, I'm great, and you're really not. You haven't gone through adversity, trials and tribulations that have rose above it. And I'm still work in progress, but I believe in me, so I call myself what I believe in. Manifestation, if you want to call it like that. And it's not about I have so much knowledge, because there's people that have more knowledge than me, they're smarter than me and better than me, and haven't gone through the things that I've gone through and then put themselves in those positions. yeah, I never was put myself like I'm the best of the best, but I believe in myself that I know I'm great for all the adversity I've gone through and still going and will be going, and I'm still fighting. That's greatness. So when you look in the mirror each morning, who are you? What are you? What are you trying to become? Who are the people around you? Can you admit about them? Can you draw a line in the sand? Men, women, what say you? Thank you for listening.